There he is. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
If you have a question for Brad, go ahead. Go ahead. Use the raise hand tool. If you need access to record, just let me know that as well. John Blau, you are up first, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, Brad, I know you said you wanted to look at the film to see kind of how the lead got away from you guys. I mean, what's your sense of what happened late game against
Yeah,
NC State to lose that?
yeah. I didn't think our offense was bad. I think we were up 10 and we had one turnover, and I thought we missed 3 or 4 shots. And really, I think there was 4 shots maybe, and I think 3 of them I thought were really good shots. So it's just kind of that part of it happens, right? And I talked to our team about that this morning. But defensively, we weren't good the last 10 minutes. It was kind of a game of runs. I think they outplayed us early, 39-29, the first 18 minutes, 17 minutes, and then we scored a couple threes at the end of the half to make it 4. And there was a middle 12 minutes where we outscored them by 22, like 32-10, and played great. And in the last 10 minutes, we got outscored by 13. And we just defensively didn't get the job done. I think it was 29-16 in the last 10 minutes. So we gave up 29 points in the last 10 minutes. And, DJ Horn made some big-time shots. They had Jaden Taylor made a huge 3 when they were down 10. I thought, like, if we get a stop there, the game might be different. But he made a big-time shot. And then we just didn't execute enough down the stretch to put them away. And, again, a lot of that credit goes to NC State. I thought they were highly motivated and played very well and kept competing. And, disappointed that our guys weren't better defensively to finish the game. We've struggled on that end at times this year, and I think that's what happened at the end.
Then to Preston Willett.
Yeah, hey coach, it's been a couple weeks since the Virginia game, but just wanted to ask you, with guys like Reese Beekman and Ryan Dunn on that defense, what kind of does it look different facing that defense now with those kind of athletes?
Yeah, I think, one of the misnomers, Tony's obviously their system is tremendous and how Tony gets them to play, but they always have a couple of elite defenders. They just have had that most of the time, it feels like, or at least they develop into elite defenders. And certainly Ryan Dunn is a guy we tried to recruit. We really liked him. And so he's incredible front court player that can guard all different kinds of people, probably can guard 1 through 5. And then Reese Beekman is elite perimeter defender. And so you got one of each. It's a great starting point. And, obviously Reese is experienced. He's seen it all. Those guys are fantastic individual defenders. And obviously Tony's team concept is elite.
Kip Coons, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Brad. I want to ask you about 2 things that came out of the winter meetings last week. The first is that the conference basketball tournament is going to be limited to the top 15 teams, so 3 stay home, and also remaining at 20 league games going forward. What's your opinion of those 2 moves?
Probably differs. The 20 league games, I would have preferred 18. I just think we've tried this and it's not working as well. I would rather our teams play out of conference games. I think some other leagues are doing that and manipulating some of the numbers a little bit, but then also it just gives us a chance as a league to play some other teams head to head to help change the narrative, which I think is completely wrong. So I would have voted for 18. I also think it's more equitable in that everybody plays everybody once, and then you play your partner twice. So I think it gives you a better real indicator of where teams are in terms of standings. And then in terms of the second one, I kind of understand it. I hate that not everybody gets to participate, but I also understand that making the tournament another day longer would be challenging. And if you didn't do that, I think we're also trying to, I guess, probably protect some of the 7, 8, 9 seeds a little bit, because basically it's almost like what happened to us last year. We got penalized and kept out of the tournament for losing to Louisville at Louisville you're bringing a bad loss into play for teams that are going to be on the bubble. And so I guess I kind of agree with at least making it 15. I think that seems like a number where most kids are getting a chance to play. But at the same time, you're trying to do as much as you can to protect some of the teams with the higher seeds.
Was there any sentiment for inviting 16 teams? It only would add one game on Tuesday, not another day.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Most of this was done without a lot of input from coaches. I don't want to act like we didn't have any, but we didn't get to sit in the meetings and really be part of the big discussion. So, and that happens in a lot of things. So, I think if you ask the coaches, we would still like 18 games. Now I get it. We probably have 20 game deal with ESPN or whoever our TV partners are. So I'm sure that wins out. But so I haven't thought about it. I haven't examined it enough to know. We didn't really get that scenario presented to us.
I'll move on to David Till.
Brad, do you get a sense from your team that after what happened in Littlejohn against Georgia Tech, that they may be even a little more juiced up about Wednesday night?
I don't know. It's too early in the week to tell. You'd hope so, but I think kids are different a little bit these days. I don't know that losses stay with them as long as they should. It doesn't have to just be the loss to Georgia Tech. We just lost to NC State at home. We're 7-7 in the league. Obviously, we've got a lot to play for. We have a good team. We've had a couple games get away from us, and if you're a competitive person, you got plenty of reasons to be ready to compete.
You mentioned in your post-game presser Saturday the last play and Hunter going to the rack, and you would have preferred him to drop it off to Ian. But how difficult is that for someone in that moment to have that realization? I don't know. I've never been in that situation. You have.
Well, I've never gone as fast as Chase Hunter was going. My coach we would have called timeout because I wouldn't have advanced it fast enough down there to get by anybody. It's such a hard decision, right? He got questioned, I got questioned in the Virginia game. We get it to him and we attack, and Ryan Dunn comes over and they basically double team him and sandwich him, and there's nowhere to go. Maybe he could have gone to the outside left and tried to attack it, but that's a hard one. He tosses it back to Jack Clark, who shoots a rhythm three at the top of the key and misses it, hits the back of the rim. I mean, it's a beautiful basketball play if he makes it, and he should have gone and drawn a foul if he doesn't. And then in this game, he's got more space and there's a little more time, and so he makes a great move and attacks and gets by his defender, and obviously meets Ben Middlebrooks at the rim, and Ben does a great job of contesting. I do think he should have dropped it off. It should be a play he sees, but I also understand the guy's going a lot faster than I would ever go, and it's not, it's not always easy to see everything.
Brad, thank you. Appreciate the time.
Okay. Thanks, guys.